Mike, there are hundreds of vertical machining centres available for sale in the UK and the global market. What sort of customer do you like to go into, and what do they need to say for you to get excited about the fact that you could win an order with one of these Hartford machines?
The majority of these machines go into subcontractors. We do have machines in nuclear and aerospace companies. In fact, our biggest customer is an aerospace company in the northwest, and they have 12 of this size machine on their shop floor for doing titanium parts.
So is that what kind of makes you lick your lips then, if you go in somewhere and there's some really, really difficult parts to be made?
I think the thing with Hartford, it's a strong, robust machine, and some of the benefits of the Hartford are that the table's fully supported, which gives you that extra rigidity, and also the spindle has only got a short nose, so you've got strength in the spindle as well.
Let's talk about that table, because I was looking at this. I mean, this is a big capacity machine, isn't it? What is the X and Y?
The X is 1600 and the Y is 820,
right.
Which there's not many machines with that capacity, which is a small footprint for the size of the machine.
And how do you achieve that? You probably saw me looking up there because I saw HCMC 1682, so that means it's 1600 by 820.
That's correct. Yeah.
So how do you achieve the big working envelope in the small area?
Mainly with the guarding. You've got a compact guarding system which has been designed specifically to interlock into the machine casting to prevent leakage, which is very useful in today's climate because nobody wants a dirty shop floor.
Yeah, although a lot of them do have dirty shop floors, but nobody wants one. I know what you mean. This table itself, fully supported. Tell me about that.
The machine has 4 shears, and they're quite wide apart, so you've got support all along those 4 shears.
So that means that when you put a part on the table or when the machine's moving it, like you say, it's supported from almost all angles, isn't it?
That's correct.
Now, is this a box guideway machine? A lot of discussions about linear roller guides, box guideways. On this Hartford machine, which of those is it, and what's the benefit to that?
The Hartford, this range of Hartford, from the small 1 metre machine up to the 3 metre machine, are all box guideways machine, which gives you the stability to do heavy cutting, which this machine is capable of with the 26 kilowatt motor that we put on as standard.
So even the Z-axis on this machine is a box?
Yes.
Now, what about that spindle? Just tell me again the power there, the speed, the spindle nose type.
The power is 26 kilowatt. You've got a gearbox, which gives you, and you can have 6,000 RPM through that. But you can have direct drives, which gives you 10,000 RPM if it's required.
So you've got almost like the best of both worlds when it comes to options. We've got the speed and the power if you need it.
Yes, you have. Yeah.
Now, what about this control here, Mike? I see we've got a Hartrol FANUC system, but we've got some kind of graphical simulation at the bottom as well. What is that?
Basically, what you've got here is Hartrol. You've got the FANUC, which is for the programming side, and the Hartrol is for the machine side, like machine options like coolant on, light. It also, you can have a camera fitted if you wanted to fit a camera inside the machine. It would record on there. You've also got the instruction manuals.
Well, when you're selling this machine, do you talk about that a lot? Because it's quite novel. You don't see that very often.
We do. Richard, our applications man, he does go through that with potential customers, and people do find it useful.
I can imagine it is. I looked at it already and saw some of the features and thought, actually, this means if I operate the machine, it's kind of telling me, like you say, where the manuals are, maintenance issues, and the simulation of seeing what's going on inside the machine is very valuable as well. Now, the layout of this machine, we said that the table's fully supported. That also means that you've got the 4 swarf screws underneath it, so you're getting your swarf out of the machine at the same time. I suppose the expectation is that you're going to be making a lot of that, is it?
Yes, it is. You're making a lot of swarf. You need evacuation. The coolant bed wash also helps that. So it's a complete system. And again, I go back to this leakage problem. Even with the 4 screws, you don't have any leaks.
And on the spindle, talking about coolant, do you have through spindle coolant on these machines? And if you do, is it standard or is it an option? And also, when you mention about machining accuracy, heavier parts, do you use scales to maintain that level of precision?
Scales is an option, but the TW standard specification is with through spindle coolant, chip conveyor, rear tool loading, because machines of this calibre you have to load through the spindle, where on the Hartford range you can have a rear tool loading option, which we bring in as standard, and you can load from the rear of the machine.
So the machine can be in action or in operation while you're at the back putting tools in?
Yes.
And what are these tools? I don't know whether you answer. Is it BT40 or BT50? Or?
The BT50, you can have DIN 50 or BBT 50, and our standard now is BBT 50.
When I mentioned earlier as well about there being hundreds of machines in the market, I know I'm not going to say you're going to have a biased opinion, but I know that you do have, well, you've already emphasised already the quality that we've got here with this machine, quite glowingly, to be honest with me, earlier as well. Where does it sit in the league? Is it right at the top? Is it in the middle? Is it where is it?
I would consider this to be the best value for money vertical machining centre on the market.
Strong statement. Available in stock as well?
Available from stock, yeah.
Great. And we mentioned the control. Do they come with options on the control too?
Yeah, you can have Heidenhain, or Hartford are bringing their own control out, which is called Hartrol Plus, and we'll be having one of those machines, a small 40 taper machine, coming in the middle of January, which we're going to rig up for demonstration and possibly have a few open days.
And you mentioned it being about there possibly the best value for money. You're obviously shifting a few then, are you?
Yeah, we're doing quite well with them, yeah.
Good stuff. Thanks, Mike.
All right, thanks.